Okay, this one is 8th grade, Module 4, Lesson 30. This is on converting between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Now, as you all know, we use Fahrenheit as our typical measurement of temperature. But when you're converting with Celsius, you'll know that when we have 32 degrees outside, that's freezing. For Celsius, that's 0. When it's 212 degrees, we are boiling. And at Celsius, it's 100 degrees is at boiling. So just to write down some information here on how to read this, we say 0 degrees Celsius is the same as 32 degrees Fahrenheit. 100 degrees Celsius is the same as 212 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, if you notice, between this point and this point, it's 180 degrees. So if I say 180 degrees divided by 100, I get a constant rate of 1.8. So if I were to solve for how much is 1 degree Celsius, like what would be the next mark here, 1 degree Celsius, what is that equal to in Fahrenheit? So I could say 32 degrees, the starting point for Fahrenheit, plus its constant rate of 1.8 gives me 33.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So what that means is 1 degree Celsius is equal to 33.8 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're going to use the constant rate here of 1.8 and the starting point of 32 to solve these next few problems. So number 1, how many degrees Fahrenheit is 25 degrees Celsius? So we're going to start with 32 degrees plus the 25, and that 25 is going to be multiplied by the constant 1.8. So we're going to use the same setup every time. You're always going to have the 32, you're always going to have the times 1.8. The part that changes is right here, and that just changes on what they're asking you to solve for. So the first thing you always want to do is the multiplication first. So we're going to multiply these first. And so I have 32 plus 45. When I add those two together, I get 77 degrees Fahrenheit. And that's it. All right, let's do the next one. What is it for 42 degrees Celsius? So again, we start at 32. We're going to add 42, and we're going to multiply by the constant 1.8. We're going to do the multiplication first, and I get 32 plus 75.6, and that gives me 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit. And make sure you're writing your units. Just because we are talking about Fahrenheit and Celsius, if you just give me a number, I don't know which one you're referring to. All right, how many degrees is 94 degrees Fahrenheit? We start at 32, we add 94, and we multiply that by 1.8. All right, I set that one up for you. I'm gonna have you solve the rest. Now, if you would look real quick to the back of your worksheet, you have your problem set. Now, we haven't done problem sets in a while, but this is a really good problem set for practice, but it is a lot of work. So this is extra credit for those of us who may need a few extra points. So each of these is worth 1 point. So this would be 1, 1, and then down here, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You have a possible of 8 points extra credit, just if you do this back side. Now, I will give you 1 point for the ones you do get correct. So you could earn +2, or you could earn +1. You do not have to do extra credit. It is extra. And if you get it marked wrong, you just don't get that point for extra credit. All right, so this ends this tutorial.